Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. My name is ABS30703. Today I'll briefly introduce Sukuk, which are certificates that represent the holder's proportional ownership in an undivided asset. Holders of Sukuk assume both of the rights and obligation linked to that asset. There are several types of Sukuk. Sukuk Ijarah is based on leasing agreements, while Sukuk Murabahah involves a cost-plus sale with deferred payments. Sukuk Masyarakah represents joint investment between issuer and investor. Sukuk Istisna is used for financing, construction, or manufacturing projects. And Sukuk Wakalah allows investors to appoint an agent to manage investments on their behalf. The role of Sukuk is significant. It serves as a funding source for infrastructure business and development projects. It also acts as an investment tool for Islamic financial institutions and individuals. Additionally, Sukuk enhances market liquidity and helps expand the Islamic capital market both locally and internationally. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohd HAIKAL. The first issue in the Sukuk market is the misuse of issue process. Found that should have been used for specific projects such as highway, sometimes delivered for other proposals that are not in the line with Sharia principle. Among the cases weak government lost contract, lack of audit report and abuse of power by the issuer. A study by Ibrahim Alani Abu Karim 2024 also emphasizing that investors are only giving beneficial ownership, not full ownership, thus raising Sharia issue. A clear example occurred in 2025 in Malaysia when Sukuk found for the Klang Valley Expressway project were misused to the point that the SPRN sizes asset worth 143 million for an individual title transfer. This case clearly show the need for transparency and strict supervision so that Sukuk remain Sharia compliant and achieve the original proposal.
My name is Rashika ATHIRAH binti RAMLAN. My matric number is A238227. I will explain about issue number 2. The issue is lack of Sharia expertise at Sukuk operational level. There is a notable concern regarding the lack of qualified staff with Sharia knowledge in Sukuk structure, contracts and Sharia compliant at the operational stage. This gap poses significant risks including non-compliant and operational errors. Processes like asset management, contract documentation and profit distribution may not align with Sharia principles, leading to the possibility of mistake and potential loss of investor trust. Cause of the issue because limited Sharia expertise, external staff experience, and heavy reliance on external advisor.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohd HAZIM. My number matric is A238223. I will explain about the third issue. The issue is the challenge of innovation in issuing Sukuk in the market. Sukuk is an important segment for Islamic financial institutions, especially in Malaysia. However, innovation in Sukuk insurance faces several challenges. First, the high cost. Developing new Sukuk structure require careful monitoring, efficiency and proper maintenance. Second, safety and market acceptance. Usage of the same Murabahah contract in many years because it's simple, but this can slow down the innovation. Third, compliance with regulation is crucial because they must follow the requirements from the authorities. And lastly, dependence on repetitive structure. The frequent use of Murabahah Sukuk can limit diversity and competitiveness in the market. For the real-world example, on 50 July 2024, Bernama News has reported that Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad has issued Sukuk Murabahah worth RM1 billion ringgit under the Sukuk Murabahah program that worth RM10 billion ringgit. On 29 July 2025, Bernama has reported that Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad had issued senior Murabahah Sukuk worth RM1 billion ringgit under the same Murabahah Sukuk program from the last year that worth RM10 billion ringgit. This Sukuk issue is the 9th transit. That's all from me. Thank you.
3.1 Analyze issues using Islamic financial principle. The Sukuk market serves as a Sharia-compliant financial instruments that combines investment activities with adherence to Islamic principles. However, misuse of Sukuk funds and non-compliance with contractual terms can lead to issues that contradict the foundation of Islamic finance. The following analysis outlines this issue according to key Sharia principle. 1. Amanah trust and mas'uliyah responsibility. 2. Prohibition of deception and gharar. uncertainty. 3. The principle of art justice. 4. Wafa bil uqud, full fulfillment of contracts. 5. Necessity of corrective measures.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nina Aida AMISHA binti AZMAN, number 38238319. Today I will present about the 3.2. What are the Sharia, ethical and governance implication? Issue 1. In the case of the Islam under the Sukuk Murabaha, we can see that according to the Sharia, the process are utilized through alternatives mean then it again the Murabaha agreement and the Sukuk become Sharia compliant. As far as ethic concerned, this will impact the ethic of the trust and integrity of the Islam seen by investor. Leaving the governance perspective, it represents a flow corresponding in the traditional control and monitored by the Sharia commitment. Next, issue 2. Implication Sharia. In the impression may lead to inability of the Sukuk structure. Ethic, this may be regarded as negligence or taksir. Governance, Bank Islam must undertake training and expertise. Last but not least, issue 3. Implication on the Sharia. This innovative need to be careful review to be from Gara or Masih element. Ethic, the benefit that any innovative has been social and the environment. Governance, internationally the policy and procedure that eternally should be updated and the Sharia commitment should be throughout the process establish compliance.
My name is NABILAH binti OMAR. My metric number is A23A22X6. I would like to share about solution and improvement for the issue that we have studied in the Sukuk Market. First, we need to conduct regulation and audit, whether internal or external, to ensure that every expenses truly complete with the prospective objective. Second, collaboration with academic and research institutions such as ISRA can help provide more comprehensive learning module. Third, it is important to establish an R&D unit that focus on the development of new sukuk such as green sukuk, social sukuk and digital sukuk. Finally, by collaborating with international financial institutions, we can penetrate the global market, increase investor confidence and gain broader technical perspective. With this step, the Sukuk market will become more innovative, sustainable and competitive at the global level.
Next, I will present about industry engagement and real insight. First, the data on Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad Sukuk were gathered by our team from a variety of credible sources, including official press release and credible financial publication. The primary sources are, firstly, Bank Islam 9 tranche of RM 1.0 billion senior Sukuk Murabaha. From this media release, we can observe that the Sukuk Murabaha issued is under a RM 10 billion Sukuk Murabaha program, a complete Sharia compliant one. PIMB was the principal advisor, lead arranger, lead manager, and Sharia advisor, indicating that they were specially involved in making sure the Sukuk structure conform to Sharia principle but still meet capital requirements. Secondly, Bank Islam second tranche Sukuk Wakalah program. This source indicate that the Sukuk Wakalah was launched as Tier 1 regulatory capital under Bank Negara Malaysia requirement. With BIMB being the Sharia advisor, we welcome how this instrument does not just meet regulatory needs but also maintain the integrity of Sharia compliance. Next, Bank Islam 5 tranche of Sukuk Murabaha. This information show how Sukuk Murabaha was utilized as Tier 2 capital, designed in a manner to remain Sharia compliant. We observe BIMB strategy of combining long-term control of capital with compliance with Sharia through transparent structures and intensive monitoring. After that, the 8th tranche of RM 250 million Sukuk Murabaha. Bank Islam introduced the 8th tranche of RM 250 million Murabaha Sukuk under a RM 10 billion program with 10-year tenor and A1 per SABERI rating. The Sukuk is Tier 2 capital compliant and Basel III compliant. Lastly, an article titled The Pitfall of the Malaysian Sukuk Industry, Issues and Challenges in Practice. This paper outlined the rapid expansion of the Sukuk market in Malaysia and issues such as the lack of standardization, structures that resemble traditional bonds, and asset ownership concern. The writer stressed the need for aggressive standardization and Sharia compliance.
And next, I will continue with the reflection and impact. First is we became more aware of the Sukuk structure and type used by BIMB and how every structure is designed to fulfill Sharia principle alongside investor requirement. Second, if we observe market challenge and Sharia risk of BIMB, including global economic condition, competition in Islamic capital market, and constant Sharia monitoring requirement. That is the task of gathering data from government report and trade journal help us relate the theory of Sukuk covered in class to real world practice of Islamic finance, which enhance our enjoyment of the role of Sukuk in institutional financing strategy. For is this reference help the team appreciate long-term capital financial strategy through Sukuk, structural and period of issuance important of Sharia and regulatory compliance. And the last one is this sources help the group understand that the success of the Malaysian Sukuk market is accompanied by challenges that have to be handled carefully in order to preserve investor integrity and confidence. It also expands our consciousness of the importance of analyzing Islamic financial product critically.
With that, we have come to the end of our discussion. Allow me to summarize the key takeaways and conclude our presentations. Sukuk plays a vital role in supporting economic growth and promoting financial inclusion. It also helps strengthen Malaysia's position as a global leader in the Islamic capital market. However, the Sukuk market faces several challenges, including fund misappropriation, lack of Sharia appetite, and innovation gaps. To address these issues, we need transparent governance, continuous audits, capacity building, and Sharia-based innovation. With these solutions, the Sukuk market can remain sustainable, competitive, and aligned with Islamic finance principles. That's all from our group. Thank you for watching.